Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the UCF Knights, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The pull and throw off the RPO. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Knights.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. run it from the gun. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gets it past the marker. Ripping through the defense. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCF!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Auburn lines up quickly. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to looking for a huge play. He's got his thumb outside. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got him in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. You always hear put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tiger. Great job by the back on the option. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of him. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCF.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. The option look. He'll toss it. Breaks the tackle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Still on his feet at the 35. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Knights moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't.
There he goes, just steamrolling the defense. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Knights are on the move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
He made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on fourth and goal. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
He looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed fourth down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Oh, he's not punting, he's going to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quick completion on the out. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. To the air on first down. He's taking the shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
To the air on second down. Under fire. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now on third down for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Knights! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They are up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got an open man. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. A run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Swings it out to his running back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. They'll go to the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Looking downfield on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Got a man, it's Moore. Breaks into the open. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to take off. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Knights will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. They are on the move down to the 32. 2, and they pick up another first down.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here comes the heat. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering his shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Handoff to the single running back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on second down. The screen, he's got wheels. Looking for room at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCF! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Now he's looking into the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on third. Caught close to the marker. It's Moore. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Auburn to the line in a hurry. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice.
Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll try it over the left side. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Wide open on the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! And here they come, almost all the way back.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll give it to the back. Makes it past the marker. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Knights have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Knights are in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Wants to go up top. Got his man. He breaks the tackle. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. You're going
to throw it over the top of the knee. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to keep it in the air. He'll take another shot here. Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming.
Here we go, here we go. Six propane. On the ready.
Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Trying to barrel in. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. They'll run it here on third and goal. Touchdown, Tiger. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had, and the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Fires to the wideout. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
27.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get.
The returner brings it out to the 20, and the UCF offense will take over. First and 10.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
The Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give. Hard running there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Trying play action. Looking to scramble. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Got enough for the first. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. They're trailing by 11 to Texas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Rolls it in. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Got it, looking for a first. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that... down, ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to the ground. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.